If you want to be a dangerous running back next year, I'm talking about a running back who can be lethal no matter who's blocking for him, no matter who he's playing. You're going to be to the point that coaches are scheming against you like, oh my God, what are we going to do with this guy? If that sounds like you, I suggest you watch this full video. And you do not want to miss the last part because the last part is the most important in the whole video. What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here at desireLess with your guy KJ, back here again helping running backs elevate and dominate the game. And today I'm going to show you guys how to become a dangerous running back. I'm talking about a guy like Saquon Barkley. When you think of him, you think dangerous. We think guys like Derrick Henry, you think dangerous. When you think guys like Ashton Genty, you think dangerous. All right, and the thing is, you can still become that guy. All right, it's about adding certain things to your game that you may not have right now to help you get to that point. Okay, so before we get into that, let me explain, man. You're probably looking again like, well, who is this light-skinned Travis Hunter once again on my YouTube video talking about how to become a better running back? Well, my name is KJ Howard. Obviously, I mentioned before, I am owner of this channel, owner of desireLess, and I played D1 ball. I was the guy in high school who didn't even start at all. I sat the bench. Actually, the water boy was gonna probably get in before me. All right, that's how far down the bench I was. But overall, I persevered, I worked hard, I grinded, and I created a system to help me still play at the D1 level, play at D2 level and everything. And I'm currently a free agent right now. So like, my career ain't over yet, bro. We still got stuff going on. But I know you didn't come here to hear about my underdog story. You came here for the meat and potatoes on how I can help you become a dangerous running back. So number one thing, when you want to become a dangerous running back, what I referred to earlier, is you want to add value. Okay, you need to be able to improve your skill set and be able to become a threat out of the backfield no matter what's going on. The more value you have at the running back position, the more dangerous you are. Because when you have value, that means most likely you're rare. All right, that means that most running backs, 99% of running backs, can't do what you do. So when you have that high value, that means you can catch the ball at the backfield. A lot of running backs, they don't understand that, hey, there's gonna be some games where you might play against an Iowa style defense. You might play against a defense they're like, hey, I'm not gonna let such and such go off on the run game. All right, and that's okay because you're gonna be so skilled, you're gonna be so valuable that you're gonna be able to impact the game in receiving. Maybe they have DBs who are weak. I played plenty of teams who the front seven, it's like, bro, they got good players, big players, snap, but their DBs were terrible. And if you're a running back and you can't catch, you can't run routes, well then you're leaving chances on the field for you to be in open space with the bad DBs. All right, so as a running back, I always say it's critical that you should be working on your receiving skill. If you're a guy that can't catch, get you some tennis balls and catch those over and over and over again. Go run routes with the receiver. Learn how to run routes. Ask questions. Study receivers. Study running backs like Christian McCaffrey. Study running backs like Darren Sproles. Study guys like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, even though he's a receiver, he has the running back body. All right, and even then when he first came to the NFL, he wasn't necessarily a full-time receiver. He was like a gadget guy. He was receiver, running back, kick return, punt return. So learning how to receive the ball is going to definitely help you. And on top of that, improving your in the box skills. What I mean by that is you're running, so like say we're from tackle to tackle, that's called the box. Improve your skills as a running back in the box, knowing how to press the line of scrimmage, knowing the run schemes, knowing how to jump cut laterally from every hole, being able to manipulate linebackers. All of that is still a skill. Being able to puncture step the right way and accelerate out your cuts on outside zone schemes, inside zone schemes, even if you're bending it. All right, running duo, pressing the line of scrimmage, sinking that backer in, like those are ways that you can improve your value inside the box that you might be decent at. You might just be a guy out there who's just reacting right now. Probably a guy right now, you're just probably running out there, hey, I just react this and that, I'll do this. But hey, when you actually understand it and you master that skill set, because it's a skill set, all right, that's different between the guys who just do it and the big dogs who get the most out of it, all right? Mastering inside the skill, all right, that's gonna help you, bro, because there's always room you can improve on inside the run game. All right, and another thing is, as a bonus, bro, become a return threat as a running back. If you want to become dangerous, we've already got the receiving skills. We talked about improving in the box, working on your jump cuts, learning how to press the line of scrimmage, being the guy in the box who knows how to manipulate linebackers and D linemen. Now you add a return ability, bro, you're so dangerous, bro. You're dangerous. Look at Christian McCaffrey when he's at Stanford. When he's at Stanford, one of the reasons why on top of that he had the skill, but he was so dangerous because he can run the ball, he can catch the ball, he returned the ball. He did so much for them that he was going to impact the game no matter what. All right, he had 2,500 all-purpose yards, 2,500 scrimmage yards, and he still didn't win a Heisman, but he was still dangerous. And that's what you want to be. You want to be a guy who a defense can't box. If you're a guy who just only can take inside zone and that's it, well, guess what? The game plan is going to be pretty easy. But if you want to be dangerous, I'm talking about just like the lethal weapon out there, you can run the ball. You can catch it. Let's say they got good DBs and good D linemen and everything. Well, guess what? You can return when you're out there with the backups and the special teamers, all right? You're still affecting the game in so many ways, and that's how you make yourself valuable, okay? Like I said, go out there. If you can't catch punts, you can't do kicks, kick returns, just go practice. All it starts with is just practice. We have, what, 2 months before the first game of your season, probably, if you play late August. Start catching punts. Be best friends with the punters. Go out, you might be best friends, but be friends with them and just go 15 minutes a day after practice. All right, those 15 minutes, you talking talking with your friends, or 15 minutes you use just waffling around in the locker room, playing around, not really doing, go use that time, just catch punts, catch kicks. Do that every day after practice. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, you will not be good at it. Doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. It took Thomas Edison 10,000 tries to create the light bulb. If he'd have went out there after the first, second, and third try, guess what? We'll still be in the Stone Ages, lighting our hands on fire and everything. But no, he decided, guess what? I'm gonna keep going, keep going. So when you were catching punts, understand, I gotta keep going. I'm gonna be bad at it. I'm not gonna be good at it. You're not supposed to. That's part of it. You need to understand, guys, you need to understand failure is a learning experience. You're not gonna be good right away. You're gonna suck. Or once you suck, you learn faster. Okay, boom, I keep going, and you're gonna slowly progress to the point where, once again, you're a threat. The next point in going into a dangerous running back, as I mentioned a little bit before, is that we're going into run scheme mastery and IQ. So once you have the skill sets, the receiving abilities, the in the box, you're able to be shifty in the box, you know how to manipulate defenders, and you know how to return the ball. Now it's time to step it up IQ wise, bro. Mentally, knowing every run scheme, knowing every defensive front. I'm knowing what they're doing better than the defensive players know what they're doing, all right? When you understand that, it slows the game down for you so much. I'm telling you, the guys who play at the highest level, you ever see guys like, man, it's probably super slow out there for him, or it's probably, you know, he's just out there like going crazy. It's because the game is slow for him. He knows what's going to happen before it happens. Now I know running back is an instinctual position. More of it, you want to go off your instincts. But when you already have an idea of what the defense is doing, it helps your instincts even better, because instead of reacting, you're anticipating certain things, even though it could change. But guess what? I mean, anticipate. You go outside and you want to know the weather, or you go in the weather app, that's just all this anticipation. It could rain, it could not, it could be sunny. All right, then boom. Then you go out there, oh yeah, well, it's great weather. But if you just go outside never knowing the weather, well, guess what? You're going to be reacting, oh snap, well, it's a thunderstorm, it's a tornado, and I'm out here in shorts and underwear. So, and I know that's a super weird analogy. I don't know what made me pick that, but that's the first thing that hopped in my mind. But improving that IQ, improving the mindset, understanding the game at a different level out there, when you could be able to call defenses, understand where that free hitter is coming from, that safety dropping in the box. That's all next level stuff that will make the game so much easier for you. And then once you have all that, to be able to be dangerous, you have to be able to be healthy and be able to play the full season. You don't want to be a guy who's dangerous in the first 3 games and get bruised up, and after that you're just average. In order to be dangerous, we gotta have our body maintenance to a T. I'm talking about extra recovery throughout the season, even when you're not injured. When you're feeling good, that's when you should go even harder on your recovery, because you know, hey, all it takes is one thing. All it takes is this. And even if you have maybe something little, take care of it like it's something big, because that little thing, that little gnat can end up to, oh, a strain. Then that strain turns into, oh, a big strain, where now out for weeks. So over recover your body. I'm talking about extra cold exposure, extra cold tub. All right, make sure you're eating a lot of food. Being in the trainer's room every day, no matter what. Hey, this is bothering me. I don't care if they think you're a wuss. Hey, I need to make sure I'm healthy, hydrating, eating, all of that, getting extra sleep, 10 hours of sleep. In the season, bro, I should sleep like I am a hibernation, like I'm a bear, bro. There's nothing gonna be destroying my sleep. It ain't no video game, ain't no TV show. I'm in bed every day, 9, 10 o'clock, and I'm waking up before I go to school or before I go to class or whatever your first thing is. Practice anything. You need to be on your nutrition and be locked in. Last year, I was one of the healthiest seasons I ever had from start to finish, because I was locked in on my recovery. Even in camp, I was locked in on my recovery. My body wasn't hurting, but I was in the trainer's room every day, getting it in normal text. I was getting in cold tubs. I was getting ice and stem. I was getting anything to help my body throughout the whole season. So even after the season, I was so healthy, I went straight into the off season, no problem. I went straight into lifting, into running and cutting again with no problem. I was able to stay healthy and be at 100%, where most guys, you know, you're in practice, you got some guys who just out there just barely holding on in practice. All right, so you want to over recover. You want to treat your body like a tempo that will let you be dangerous. Let that skill set you have from the IQ and the skills that we talked about earlier, it will let you be able to get that once you take care of your body. And then the last thing that goes into being a dangerous running back is this mental clarity. I always say football is 80% mental and 20% physical. And I know it's some idiot out there, but like, hey, football 20, what do you mean football is 20% physical? You guys, you go the biggest, the fastest, the strongest, this and that. And I'm like, dude, okay, I understand. There has to be some requisite of athletic ability. All right, you can't just be a freaking some guy, some old 95-year-old man who has no athleticism and is slow as a snail to be able to play football. No, you understand. Talent, talent just really isn't that rare. Like, there's a lot of talent guys. There's a lot of guys in the Division I level who is big and strong, who's fast and tall. Every D1 team has a big, strong, fast. So the difference between guys that are just, you know, just the regular middle pack or not that good from the great guys, it's the mindset. These guys usually are smarter. They usually understand the game better. IQ, knowledge, discipline. They're more disciplined. They're able to pick a playbook. They're able to not let things get distracted. They're able to control their emotions. They're more stoic. They don't let things get to them. They're able to keep going. They're able to not let the emotional roller coaster of a good game, bad game affect them. All of those things are mental. And you can be the most talented dude in the world, but if you're not there mentally, if you're not mentally strong, if you're not able to be mentally tough and know how to push through hard things, then guess what? You will never be able to reach your full potential. I love to use this example of Ben Simmons, even though that's basketball. This guy, #1 draft pick, most talented dude, is compared him to LeBron James. All right, you know how good you are if you get him compared to LeBron James, bro. That says a lot. But everybody knows this NBA career hasn't gone how he thought he would. I don't even know if he's even still in the league right now. I haven't seen Ben Simmons play probably since I was like in high school, but he has all this talent, but since his mindset isn't there, the mental clarity, everything like that, he's never able to reach that talent. He's only able to come to right here. Even though there's guys who are less talented than Ben Simmons. I'm pretty sure guys in this draft class who are less talented weren't compared to LeBron. Their ceiling wasn't as high, but their mental clarity and mental toughness and mental edge was up there to where now they're able to perform at their peak level compared to Ben Simmons is right here. They're able to perform right here, sometimes even further, just because the mindset is so strong. So you have to have mental clarity. You can't have no BS around you. You can't be worrying about this and that, or my girlfriend tripping, or you know, I'm down on this guy. You gotta be mentally stoic, all right? You gotta be like Marcus Aurelius, all right, Rome emperor, where he wrote a book about meditation, pretty much living by his philosophy of, you know, controlling what you can control. I can't control everything else. I can't control what this coach thinks about me. I can't control how many yards I get in this game. I mean, I can, but I can't really dictate that. But I can control my actions, my efforts, how I emotionally react to the situation. Like all that stuff you can control, and that's all, you know, mental clarity and having that focus. You gotta be focused if you wanna be dangerous. Worrying about this and you worry about that, you gotta have too much stuff going on and you don't have time to be elite. This is how you are going to be a dangerous running back this year for the 2025 season. Hopefully you found this video in time before you go into camp so you can shift your mindset, start working on the things you need to work on and create the skill, all right, and then create the IQ, the mental clarity, and take care of your bodies. All those things are so important for a running back. And if you're a running back and you're interested in kind of leveling up before the season, you kind of want me to help you and kind of guide you from you being here to be able to have the breakout season you want, hey, click the link in the description down below. We could book a free strategy call to see if we can help you out, maybe implement my game plan to help you achieve your goals. All right, it's a free call. You ain't gotta pay nothing. Just hit the link in the description. We can see if you qualify for our coaching, right, and see if we can help you out. But this is all I got for you guys. See you later.